All right. Welcome back. Dogs are fed. Self a snack. How is everybody? Bandits made us miss the sunset. Thank you! Welcome back yourselves. So, change quests, huh? Moderately neato. Moderately good. Turn and face the strange. It was a warm summer evening, perhaps a cool yet sunny morning. Weather and time are of no import. What matters is that day Geralt received a letter full of kind words from his beloved Triss, who informed him about a most unusual discovery she had recently made. Some old manuscripts she'd found mention of research conducted by a Professor Moreau on Witcher mutations. It seemed this professor's workshop could be found in Toussaint. Geralt, realizing the importance of this discovery, decided to find this laboratory. The first step would be to find the professor's journal, which, according to Triss, had been buried with him. Alright, well, no rush to Lebioda's gate. We can just head west past whatever's in the way. Go do that now, though. Did we meet up with Regis at some point today? Do part of the main quest in Blood and Wine? So much to do. I stick to the water's edge, we're not going to run into any of the waypoints. But unless I mark them and head right for them, I just kind of got to wander. and the waters ran red with blood. Chop, chop now. Entrance. Maybe an underwater entrance? Cave? Drown her on my ass. This is a nice spot. Locked. A ring, but not a key. We do not have a key to that chest. Not gonna remember either. We're gonna go out and... Hey, there's another skeleton, though. Sweet! Ah, nice, Geralt. I'm stuck. Kinda stuck. Alright, Geralt, go for air. Go for air. Go for air. Somewhere. Anywhere. Anywhere. We'll go back. We'll do it again. For air, man. Up there. Navigationally challenged. Find the key. We'd find out some sort of red marked body, chest, or... joking. This is really peaceful. With the drowners around and the skull I just looted. It's very peaceful. Not finding a key. Die. Oh, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Woo! Did you see that plant get wrecked? Those are the archospores. Oh! Yeah!
Destroy the area.
Oh, Whirl is great for those. Yeah. Like Whirl is made for those things. Get wrecked, plant. seemed harmless. Please make it stop. Just add
Can you
fire.
take one more?
Is that the bear? Still there? Oh, it's just sitting there. Burning. Alright, if you don't call PETA now, then I guess you never will. Yeah!
Well, what do we have here?
Angry K Cat. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. That was pretty horrible, wasn't it, KG? I mean, it was awesome. I feel really bad. I would probably do it again. You know me. Shouldn't think about it too much or I will feel bad. We just... That was on fire! KG, is that Angry Gay Cat? You like the Twitch name? Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why you don't want to think about it too much. You imbue those pixels with greater meaning. Ah, then you're gonna feel bad. I tend to do that. Yeah. We let our imaginations take us to imaginary places. We have to imagine that we don't have any fucking feelings, though? I tend to take my feelings with me when I go imagine things. Yeah, it's, yeah. Why I'm saying, it's, where do we come down? We play the games, we do the things, we slice and dice and bleed and hoot and holler and occasionally feel bad about it, too. They're not mutually exclusive. Level 40. So if we can make 2 wolf swords and gauntlets, trousers, boots at 40 without needing previous tiers. Not up here we did. Just need to kill some slizzards. Does anyone know where we're gonna find some slizzards? S7, you know where we can find some slizzards? I found a floating dog. Pretty sure that dog was sleeping above the ground. There is no Dana, only Zool. We're by the cleft peaks. I'm just looking. I mean, the rocks, the two rocks that jut out at wherever they are. Those the cleft peaks. Ah, right on. Jay the Demon. Jay the Demon sent you here. Well, hi to Jay. Tell Jay hi. It's usually a fun channel. It's usually a fun channel. I agree with Jay. But I'm biased. Hi, I'm Jay. Julie Volsane. Really, really wanted that little panther. Ha ha. Really, really want. I mean, can I have a panther? Matthias. Eyes, L's, not even gonna try. Came to Beauclair penniless, died a rich man's death. Bovine Blues quest has slizzard. We need some slizzards, innards. Arnold Hapanik. Names in Toussaint just kill me. This dangerous killer long evaded the law. Died in prison, convicted of tax evasion. Well, some of them are funny. Some of them. Some. Thomas Carrot. Huckster. Always wanted to come to his own funeral. And did. Pablo Sabic. Knight and handyman. There was no foe he couldn't unseat, nor door he couldn't fix. Pablo Siemianevsky. Corrected people too often. Too often. I fucked that up really proper. Corrected people often. Too often, as it turns out. I should go. Alessandro Beretti, the most famous Beauclerios in all Redania. Beaucleroy? What's a Beaucleroy? Raphael Dejean. The new recruits always march in the front lines. Sarah Falconier. Don't drink that. Alright, I'm not gonna read them all. If there were a higher ratio of amusing to Antoine Supreme. Joined one fight. Too many. We are here for a reason, though. If you remember, we're doing a quest. Turn and face the strange. Use your Witcher senses to look for clues about the location of Professor Moreau's laboratory. It's The journal has been buried with him. I guess we have to keep looking because unless we have a marker right to his grave. Nicholas Swede. Come on, one more for the road. Ah.
Damn, Professor's journal's long gone. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else. Footprints. Narrow and shallow. Somebody's small, light. Woman, maybe? Wonder where they lead.
Strange that they just stop, though. Doesn't usually happen with footprints, especially not when a Witcher's following them.
Damn it. Trail breaks off. Wonder if the grave robber learned more than I did.
They hopped on a cart? Maybe. Hey, wanna see something cool?
Professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search. Won't learn anything else here. Map Triss sent me will have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Ellerin and Dolnevde, Valley of the Nine.
Check the location of Nevda on the map Triss sent you. It's in our inventory, not marked on our world map. Maybe? No. Pick it up, let's find it. Hold my wine. The map that Triss sent us. Where? Citizen's sermon. Ah, my head is melting. Mysterious map. I mean, how? The one Triss sent is where? Damn you! Not it. Game Y.
Site marked on the map's all wet now. Solar tour flows through
Something
there.
hadn't updated.
Must be where the Valley of the Nine once lay. Need to explore the location.
The feeling it just gave us what we needed. Yeah, now there's a marker. So, for the briefest of moments, the quest journal actually said for Geralt to check the map that Triss gave us, but we, the player, didn't need to do anything, just wait for Geralt to blink a few times. Sure, that works. Now we know where to go. Recently, we're there. We were practically there. Alright, let's grab Roach, check out our new blinders, ride like the wind. Yeah. Look at that. Not bad, Roach, not bad. Go for some daylight.
Go.
Bust out of the cemetery here. Yeah, come on, Roach. Come on, Roach. You got this. Do not let me down, Roach. I will hop over the fence and call you on the other side if you force me to. Roach. 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 You're forcing my hand here, Roach. There's an entrance. Right there. Perch. Fine. Roach, fine. Fine. Look out, kid! Look out, kid! Look out!
Don't push.
Slower.
Alright, Roach, I'll meet you down there. Seastar, you off? Sleepy time, heading to bed. Have a great stream. That you always have with Geralt. It's hard to have a bad time with Geralt, that's true. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. Catch you tomorrow.
Before long, you will have to look to fairy tales to find a witcher or knight.
Birds. What's up?
Why don't you all just get a fire?
Hey there.
What's that, Roach? Are we there? We are! Roach seemed to have sensed our approach. Thanks, Roach. I was gonna cruise on by. Hey, we were here! So what are we looking for this time that I didn't find? Are we gonna be able to search chests that's in here? I don't have a key for now, do I? Gonna find the body this time? What? That was really loud and scary. We're supposed to be alone in here. Yeah, we still don't have the key for that. A little fuzzy on. I missed that before. Hundreds of crowns. Hey, Snake. How you doing? You're sleepy? I am not sleepy at the moment. I am glad I am not sleepy at the moment. I'm wondering. Search for the entrance to the professor's laboratory in the flooded ruins of the Valley of the Nine. So that chest, not the entrance to the ruins. We're looking for the entrance to the ruins. We've already swam around here a bunch. I must have Really missed something. Pretty good though. Alright. Something in the wreckage besides maybe loot. Care to share any more? We were here already. I spent some time in that room. Besides maybe loot. A portal. I didn't see any portal. Nope. Go back looking for a portal. Although I don't mind the loot. There's a portal. Out there. You said in the wreckage. I was thinking inside, but I see it. The portal out here. Is that our first underwater portal?
Grave robber must have found something in Moreau's tomb to activate the entry portal. Wonder what surprises this place has in store.
I like surprises. That's familiar. I think I remember the need to change shorts.
Seems someone besides me might be ferreting around here. Someone slim. No way I can sling through there. Need to find a way around.
Oh no 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 no, Geralt! You're doing just fine down there. Come on. Yeah! He can jump that high though. Wormhole! Wormhole. Oh, good. Jesus. I don't think Quinn's gonna save us here. So fucked up. Ah! I'm sure that was worth it. I mean, runestones. There. In the middle here, something that matters. Their body in the middle here. Just- Alright, these aren't real cats. I'm going. This is silver! Torch, put your torch away, man. Doesn't work on spectrals. Oh, we're so almost dead. Actually trying to survive, not check, but sometimes it's good to know, just in case there's any confusion about being almost dead. Bad kitties is right! Bad kitty! Ow! So... Spectre oil? Might. It might, it might. They too fast! They're way too fast. Jordan might. Repair. I have not ever spec'd for signs in such a way that I've used their alternate modes. So I do not have that. Use it as a landmine. Is that an alternate mode you're referencing? Take a look here. Magic trap. Is that what you were thinking of? Damages, slows, destroys projectiles passing through. Yeah, still just thinking. Drop down. Okay, we'll drop down.
Blood-soaked. Grave robber was wounded while attempting the climb. Needed to bandage up. Managed to avoid the panthers at least.
Talking about Iris in the painting, that fight. I was pleasantly shocked to get through the caretaker and the Iris in the painting fight in one take each. This playthrough, it was woo. Professor Moreau's diary. Certain suspicious individuals have begun hanging around outside my laboratory. I've been forced to implement additional security measures. I suspect they are but common criminals looking for something shiny to steal and have no real interest in my research. but better safe than sorry. Furthermore, on the advice of an engineer or acquaintance of mine, I have decided to secure the premises with a simple mechanical apparatus. In one of the rooms along the route to the laboratory, I've installed a mechanism for locking and unlocking the doors, which is operated by pressing 4 protruding stones placed high up on the walls. I can bypass this lock with ease by using a simple spell, but a common thief will be faced with a double challenge. First, he must notice these stones and puzzle out their purpose. Then, he must find a way to press them. What's that? Jay's mad? Yes, I agree. Woohoo! Oh, that's fast. Jesus. You know it's gonna happen. Still scary as fuck. Hey, kitty, lie down, kitty. Stay down. Stones. Bones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't use that, can he? I don't remember Geralt doing any ziplining.
Whoever was here must have scaled that wall, evaded the Panthers.
Yes, we can. Are they timed? Do we have to go pretty quickly?
Ha! Did it. Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design. Should look around.
You always look around, Geralt.
Unwanted guest. Intruder. You are not welcome here.
Yeah, figured as much.
They look sweet. Ow! Witcher will always be one of those games that reminds me, hopefully you as well, just how spoiled we are, how lucky we are. that we get to play games at all, but generation of gamers got by on
Portals.
Pong
This
and
just keeps getting
Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. We've got this. I don't want to hear anyone complaining. Find a path through the portals. Second level, third level. On the second level.
Right. Now to find the next portal.
We get to the one the statue is facing. Don't remember. That's my first thought is get to the one the statue's facing. Which we can't at this. What? Yeah.
Right. Now to find the next portal.
Aha! We are higher. Let's try the same thing again. The statue is facing this way.
Must be where Moreau had his lab.
I either remembered that without realizing it, or figured it out based on the same intuition. The only thing I had going for what information do we have? Whole bunch of portals, and there's a statue in the room. Not a lot of information, but what I gleaned was, and the statue's facing that way. There are portals in front of the statue, so that worked. Again. Scope. I can say anything, Gerald?
Just need to pick an entry.
Oh, well, hold on. Hold on. Can we... Witcher flying blind with sorcerer's tools. You know what you're doing, Geralt?
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor, one greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken, for it relates to me personally, to myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
Ooh, a Witcher.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me.
Hello, Martin, that's you, right? How you doing? Stole. Something if there's no crystal?
Crystal for this entry's missing. Might be somewhere. Should look around.
Okay, I see. First, third, fifth. Right? Why don't we try to find the others and listen to them in order? No, we can't. I can't back out. Go down the list.
Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow.
Good.
I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell.
Crystal for this entry's missing. Might be somewhere. Should look around.
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcherism, that which I meant to restore to him a normal life, only deepened his mutations, further augmented his speed and strength, rendered him yet more inhuman. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever. I have failed. The time has come to abandon this place. Return home to Lydia. She may yet deign to take me back. The contraption and mutagens I leave here, let them wither and crumble, as did my dreams of regaining my son.
I want to be like Jerome.
So the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects. Ended up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure.
Let's summarize.
So, Professor tried to neutralize the effects of Witcher mutations. Only managed to enhance them, though. Used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Need to go on an egg hunt.
Geralt, are you sure we don't already have some? Other crystals?
Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up?
Don't mess with that one, Geralt. The so-called giant centipedes were my only comfort in exile. Dearly have I paid for my wrongs, being exiled from the beautiful deserts and steppes of Ophir to this hideous green country with all the scents and flavors, where all the scents and flavors are so intense they make me sick. Heart with sorrow and regret. My only comfort seems to be a small colony of scolopendros, or more scientifically speaking, scolopendromorphs, here referred to as giant centipedes, living in the vicinity of my hut. Wonderful creatures, the sight of which reminds me of home, have most likely chosen this area to settle in because of the presence of shale mars, whose droppings constitute the food of smaller animals, which in turn are consumed by scolopendros. Sometimes I sneak up on them when they are feeding and admire their hooked limbs, mandibles so sturdy they seem made of iron, and chitinous thoraces shiny enough to let one gaze upon one's reflection. Someone liked centipedes a bit much.
Crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals.
Or you're not. Please, Geralt, turn and face the
Just
megascope.
need to pick an entry.
Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity. Observation 58. Sometimes failure is the catalyst for success. I've discovered a method by which one type of mutagen may be transmuted into another through the addition of certain ingredients. This is a great day for science. In addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. He then suddenly awoke, revived, his strength renewed. Not wholly, of course, but he did in a sense come back from the edge of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutations or to pure coincidence cannot be ascertained. I must conduct further experiments.
Seen enough. Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics.
Read here, Witcher Mutations, an introduction to research. Before embarking on any consideration of the mutations undergone by Witchers, let alone researching them, one should be aware of the specific physiology and biochemistry of these individuals. Transformations they experience during the trial of the grasses, which are widely considered to be irreversible, cause Witchers to become infertile, while significantly increasing their physical strength and sharpening their senses. The processes also deprive Witchers of emotions and human reflexes. Although information about the trial of the grasses and other transformations to which young adepts of the Witcher craft are subjected is strictly protected by Master Witchers and Witcher sorcerers. Ever heard that? Referred to Witcher sorcerers. Ludovic Philistine of Banard claims the albumin of gray scolopendromorphs, the strain of giant centipede more commonly known as pale widows, constituted the basis of Witcher mutagens. However, all research confirming this theory has been lost. The pale widows. Oh, man. Before we go into that cave, Pale widows. That suddenly. Familiar.
Reserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up.
Probably open a portal here. That hole in the wall, that would lead down into a cave, possibly with pale widows. Before we go through that portal. Try going into the cave, the hole in the wall. You like the shades? They're pretty badass. Yeah, Pale One. Is that what they're called? Pale Ones? Pale Widows. Pale Widows. They weren't on the list yet separately, were they? Let's see. Spent some time in this cave, didn't we? Once before.
Mom's awake and she's not.
Uh-huh, says Gerald. Got one. Oh! Bro! It was all going so well! But... snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. The other way around.
Mom's awake and she's not in a good mood. No!
whirl those. If you missed it before, I've decided I can't whirl those. It works on the archospores, because the archospores you can whirl, and as you start to spin around the stalk, you keep hitting them. With the centipedes, as soon as you whirl past the back of the shell. Yep. So whirl it just doesn't work. If only you could hold still sometimes while whirling. Witcher. Come on, girl. Now's the time. Ow! Hey, Kiwi Ninja. Yes. Happens to be Yrden, but for once I figured something like that out. Just sort of experimenting. Getting so frustrated trying to fight 3 of them at once earlier. Stand in your protective circle.
Eggs.
Sorry. Sorry. There were only 2. There were only 2. There were 3. We did not get what we needed from him. Bigger one. Can't I remember? We having stream dribbles? Open.
Damn, you're early.
Oh, you didn't. Alright, that's fine. It's fine. You're good. Something is fucked, dude. Alright, something is. That's bad. All the way into the hall. Just chill for a second. eggs. Hey, how convenient. Level up. So we got our level. What we really need in terms of levels is 40 for the Grandmaster gear. That'll be a big one. Contraption. Oh, use his contraption. Counts as the contraption. Oh, yes. Gerald, you want to get inside? Put them in the Iron Maiden.
No point going machinery in full gear. And how do I start to drop my armor, leave my weapons?
Drop your armor, leave your weapons. You just mean unequip them, I hope. What do you think? They're gonna let us go with the glasses on?
No point going in wearing full gear.
The torch?
Drop my armor, leave my weapons.
Crossbow? Icky, are you gonna...
Professor's mutagens might work on me as they did on his son. Well, time to find out.
Shake it off. Uma, mama. Uma. Come on, Geralt. We get an umama. So, in the middle now, number of researched mutations necessary to unlock. 4, 8, and 12. When we unlock those slots, are those regular slots? After doing this stuff, we unlock more generic slots. Perfect. And we will be able to upgrade our Igni further eventually. Alright. I barely looked at these when we played Blood and Wine before. Toxic Blood. Each time you're injured, attacking opponent receives damage. Euphoria. Each point of toxicity increases damage dealt by swords and sign intensity. Mutated Skin. Each adrenaline point decreases damage received to a max of 45 reduction. Deadly Counter. Swords. 25% more damage to human. Human opponents immune to counterattacks. And monsters. In all other cases, if the attacker's vitality is less than 25%, a counterattack immediately triggers a finisher. Okay. Bloodbath. Each fatal blow dealt by a sword dismembers the enemy or activates a finisher. Each fatal blow will always permanent dismemberments. Each blow dealt by a weapon. Melee combat increases attack power by 5% until combat ends to a maximum of 250%. The bonus is lost if you take damage, not including damage from toxicity. Each fatal blow members or finishers triggers a finisher. Cat Eyes, crossbow damage. I don't even need to read that one then. Metamorphosis. Applying critical effects to opponents activates a random decoction. Adrenaline Rush. Start of combat. Sword attack power and sign intensity increase for 30 seconds by 30% for each foe after the first. When fighting 11 foes, the bonus is 300%. Once it wears off, sword attack power and sign intensity drop by 10% for each participating foe after the first. 30 seconds. Second life. When you die, you become invincible. Does that make sense? Be triggered once every 3 minutes. Once every 3 minutes, you can die, and instead of dying, you'll get all your health back and become invincible. Piercing Cold. When Ard is cast, it has a 25% chance of freezing opponents. Opponents knocked down and frozen simultaneously will die immediately. Opponents who are not frozen are dealt an additional 2,744 damage. How specific. When drawn, magic, unique, and Witcher swords increase sign damage dealt by 50% of their own damage dealt. Okay. Signs can deal critical hits. Critical hit chance. Damage increased with sign intensity. Opponents killed by critical hits from signs explode. We need ability points and mutagens. I think I want, thinking ahead a bit, Deadly Counter, Bloodbath, Magic Sensibilities, maybe Piercing Cold, possibly Adrenaline Rush. But we also won't likely... I mean, that's a lot of points in mutagens, so... For now... come on. Let's look at the Alchemy tab. Greater Red. Here we go. Sword attacks deal 25% more damage. Human opponents immune to counterattacks, and monsters 25% is good. In all other cases, if the attacker's vitality is less than 25%, a counterattack immediately triggers a finisher. So if people are getting low on health, counterattack, parry, repost, finishers. More finishers. It'll unlock Bloodbath. This new system of mutations would be better at the Wild Hunt campaign. You can do that if you play Blood and Wine first and then campaign. Yeah, you can juggle it around. Going to need 3 ability points and 3 Greater Reds for Bloodbath. Gonna need more ability points for Magic Sense. New researched mutations to unlock another slot. This is good. I like where this is all going. I didn't pay it too much mind before, just I had enough on my plate. Have so much fun. What we're already doing and sword fighting, you know. Other builds, even after hundreds and hundreds of hours. Still not interested in making a Signs Geralt or a Bombs Geralt. I just like, glad we're mixing in a few new things. I still like the sword fighting. Best of all. What shall we do after a break? We're coming up on a break here. We could get back on the main quest for Blood and Wine, go meet up with Regis at the cemetery. We have plenty that we could do. I don't think I want to get into the Gwent tournament today. And after what happened with the tourney, Wine Wars is the other quest I noped out of. We played Blood and Wine before. The NPCs really made me batty. And then you all told me it's worth doing. So we'll do it sometime, but I'm worried it's going to be like the tourney. Not really worth it. Not really worth it. Not really worth it. I don't like putting up with whiny NPCs or out to stab each other in the back or won't take responsibility. Grumble, grumble. We've got plenty of other things to do. No place like home. Till death do you part. There can be only one. How about that? Why don't we do that after the break? Not as bad as the tourney, and you get a semi-worth-it payoff. How long, roughly, do you think? We want Fabio back. No, we don't. Don't. Master, 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 master. We are gonna have to find them all before he will make any of them, right? We got a lot more diagram hunting to do. Before level 40, we just hit 38. We don't have to do it today. We're gonna be back at this tomorrow. Am I involved detecting 2 estates? You're going back and forth between them. Third, about 5 nests per nest. So there's a good amount of fighting. Knight for hire. Yeah. All right, and the bot's got your back. Bot has your back. Okay, break time, and then Wine Wars. Maybe I'll regret it, maybe I won't. We're gonna do it. I'll see you in a few. Stay tuned. Yes!